Hello and welcome to another edition of our Sports Tech on Demand. I'm Christian Hernandez, Associate Editor and Social Media Manager for Sports Video Group. I have the pleasure now to be speaking with Tim Eichorst. He's the president of Rush Media Company. Tim, how is everything going so far? How's it out there in Madison, Wisconsin, and how's 2021 treating you so far?
Well, the good news is the snow's melted finally, so we can put a cap on the winter. But it was a crazy college basketball season right into some spring training baseball for us. So it was very busy, which was good. The first quarter of 2021 for us was very similar to where we were in 2019 from event standpoint, and we were very pleased about that. So we're looking forward to, as restrictions kind of get more and more relaxed and the events start to open up a little bit more, that we'll continue to be back on track where we were in 2019. But all things are good at Rush Media from that standpoint.
Awesome. We're also looking forward to kind of everyone going back to the traditional on-site, being on-site, seeing everyone, hopefully without masks soon, maybe next year, maybe the tail end of 2021. But we're here to talk about, like I said, the traditional on-site production. My colleague, Jason Dackman, actually spoke with you guys before 2020, before everything started happening. You mentioned a lot of things with spring training. I believe you had 11 on-site trucks in the 2020 edition, both in Florida and Arizona. You mentioned doing it this year. And there's a lot of discussion about remote workflows, doing things at home, but there are still talented technicians on site, on the ground, doing tremendous work. Can you explain a little bit about that work, being done at the site to make sure that these remote productions still go on without a hitch?
Yeah, it's a really good point to make, because a lot of attention is being paid to the change of the workflows, different technological advances, all great things, all things worthy of that. But there's still a technician that shows up and runs a camera. There's still other technicians, engineering that shows up on site, utilities, all kinds of positions that are still going to be needed on site. And that has, in my opinion, got a little bit lost. And as a packager, as many packagers do, we deal in multiple points of the overall workflow of a production, anywhere from the mobile unit to the above the line folks to the below the line technicians. So we get to kind of dabble in all three. And I think at times we forget about those people who go out and slug through the mud when it's raining and it's cold in the wintertime and hot in the summer even, and do a fantastic job. And certainly these different workflows has changed the dynamic of the numbers of people that are on site. It's, the world feed model, which I believe sincerely is mostly here to stay, is going to continue to affect the number of technicians that are needed on site and the workflows that are kind of being implemented. But nonetheless, we still need quality technicians at these venues, at these shows. Many shows are, sometimes they're only as good as how good that camera operator can be. Right. The pictures and that they matter. So I just think, from my perspective, having gone through a very crazy college basketball season, spring training, I just want to kind of give a shout out to those people, because they work really, really hard, and they get a little bit lost right now with all the other technological things that are happening around them that have changed these workflows.
Well said. Whether you're full-time or freelance, the show won't work if there's not someone on the ground making sure the feed gets from point A to point B. Tim, before I let you go, the last question. When the dust settles, vaccine is being rolled out. There are better days to come, I'm sure. When the dust settles, how does the traditional on-site production, the truck companies, how do they rebound, evolve, and still become even more vital component of these remote productions, if that's the way we're headed?
Well, I think, evolve's the key word there that you pointed out. You have to be able to adapt. I mean, a full function mobile unit may not be as utilized as the way it was in 2019. That's certainly going to be a case. These workflows, in many respects, are going to be here to stay. But also, technology advances so quickly that it's not inconceivable that in 2022 you have a different workflow that supplements something we thought in 2020, 2021 was going to be here for 10 years. So I came from a technological background before I got into production. So I do know that it changes rapidly and you have to adapt. So I think the thing that makes a difference is that whether you're a mobile unit vendor or a packager, or you kind of touch all the different points, is you have the ability to relearn and to adapt to what's going on as these changes come away or move on. I do think they're here to stay. I do think that at some point there has to be some backwards looking at the economic model to see truly if these workflows are saving us money. We're spending more money. With the COVID, it's really hard to kind of do a compare. You have nothing to compare it to. Plus, there's a lot of extra dollars being thrown at shows that otherwise wouldn't be there if there were no COVID pandemic going on. So at some point, the economics will play a role to truly define whether these workflows are saving us money, adding more cost, and for the long term. And that's an interesting exercise that I'm looking forward to participating in when the time is right, which is certainly not now because we're not over the pandemic.
Right. Finish line's in sight. A lot of factors to be discussed moving forward, but no matter how the history of this industry has gone, the trucks have always been there. So I'm confident that the trucks will continue to evolve and still be a mainstay in the compound. But Tim, appreciate you taking the time. Appreciate you all the work that you do for this industry, and best of luck the rest of the way in 2021. And hopefully soon enough we get to see each other in person soon.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you for the time. Good job, you guys.